On October 5, 1977, two hunters hiking in Forest Hill, California, spotted what they assumed was a trail of blood from an injured deer. They followed the blood from the road's edge down an embankment along the heavily wooded eastern side of Lake Clementine, and within only a few feet, discovered the bodies of 15-year-old runaways, Kimberly Best and Paige Sinclair. Their murders remain unsolved. While the story never appears to have gained national attention, it has, in the years since, spurred discussions and speculation about the identity of Kimberly and Paige's killer. What hasn't been discussed, however, are the events that happened a week later, on October 12th, when two other teenage girls were attacked in the same location and escaped. Were the cases connected? I came across the story of Kimberly and Paige while researching my last article, The Truth About Santa Rosa. Because of the general proximity, timing, and circumstances, it has long been hypothesized that these killings were carried out by the same person. The theory is at least worth consideration. This time, there actually was a solitary monster roaming the streets, looking for victims. But just as we saw in Santa Rosa, finding the truth can be a complex and frustrating process. Warning: very graphic content ahead. To better understand this story, it helps to have a sense of the area's geography. Forest Hill, California is located in Placer County on a wide ridge of heavily wooded land known as the Divide between the North and Middle Forks of the American River. A 20-minute drive down Forest Hill Road takes you over the Forest Hill Bridge, the highest in California, and into Auburn, where it connects with I-80. Should you take Interstate 80 west, another hour of driving will bring you to Sacramento, passing areas like Roseville, Citrus Heights, Orangevale, and Rancho Cordova along the way. Should you take Interstate 80 east, you'll drive through the Tahoe National Forest, passing exits for Kings Beach and Incline Village on Lake Tahoe before crossing the border and reaching Reno, Nevada in about 90 minutes. Our story mostly takes place within these boundaries. Here's what we know so far. On the morning of October 3rd, Kimberly and Paige boarded their school bus in the small town of Dallas, Oregon. Paige was carrying a suitcase. According to classmates, the girls were best friends and had talked of running away for several days. So when they didn't show up in class, no one was surprised. It was first believed that Kimberly and Paige hitchhiked from Dallas to Corvallis, Oregon, where they then purchased bus tickets that took them the 500 miles south to Sacramento. However, a truck driver later testified he'd picked the girls up in Klamath Falls, Oregon, and he was the one who dropped them off in Sacramento on October 4th. Exact details after this remain fuzzy. One witness claimed to have seen Kimberly and Paige hitchhiking at the intersection of Madison Avenue and I-80 near American River College at 9 a.m. Other witnesses were said to have seen the girls talking with two bikers outside Auburn as late as 3 p.m. that same day. Neither account could ever be 100% verified, but between the two, it was the former version that police followed up on. Whoever gave the girls a ride first drove them up Forest Hill, and then turned left down the winding, nearly hidden, dirt road that led to Upper Lake Clementine Beach. Sheriff's deputies said the area was known to be used by young people who went to the beach and stayed for days. Like and subscribe for Part 2.